Have you ever felt a strange discomfort around someone, like an invisible weight pressing down on your spirit? Maybe you've encountered someone who thrives on others' pain, manipulates your emotions, or controls every aspect of your life. If you've ever wondered why certain people leave you feeling drained or uneasy, this video is for you. We're diving deep into the 9 or even 10 unmistakable signs of truly evil people traits that could save you from heartache and harm. Stay with us until the end to arm yourself with the knowledge needed to protect your peace and well-being. Plus, you'll discover a revolutionary tool developed by NASA scientists that can unlock your brain's full potential, attracting success and happiness effortlessly. You won't want to miss it. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons from the elderly by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Pleasure in others' pain. Evil people feel pleasure when seeing others suffer. If you know someone who seems to rejoice in others' pain, like laughing or smiling when seeing someone going through a difficult time, that's a clear sign you're dealing with a bad person. This behavior shows a total lack of empathy and can lead to harmful situations created by them for their own pleasure. Imagine a coworker who, instead of offering help when you're overwhelmed, laughs at your difficulties. Picture yourself working late, stressed about meeting a deadline, only to catch a colleague smirking at your struggle. Or think of a friend who, upon hearing about your personal problem, makes jokes instead of offering support. Perhaps you confide in someone about a tough breakup, and instead of comforting you, they crack insensitive jokes. These attitudes are not only insensitive but reveal a cruel character. Such people may even deliberately provoke bad situations for others just to have the pleasure of seeing someone suffer. They can also spread gossip and create conflicts, all to see people's reactions and enjoy the chaos they've caused. Imagine someone who enjoys sowing discord among friends, reveling in the turmoil they create. They might spread vicious rumors or twist facts, watching with satisfaction as relationships crumble and people get hurt. It's important to recognize these signs early and distance yourself from those who exhibit this type of behavior to protect your own emotional health and well-being. Realizing that someone takes joy in your pain can be deeply unsettling, but acknowledging this behavior is the first step to safeguarding your peace. No one deserves to be surrounded by individuals who thrive on others' misery. Your emotional health and well-being are paramount, and distancing yourself from such toxic influences is crucial to maintaining a healthy and happy life. Number 2. Need to control your life. Evil people are extremely controlling. They feel uncomfortable and powerless if they don't control every aspect of their lives and the lives of those around them. They will do everything possible to ensure things happen according to their wishes and will abuse power if they don't encounter resistance. Think of that boss who insists on reviewing every little detail of your work, not because they want to help, but because they need to have total control. They hover over your shoulder, micromanaging every task, leaving you feeling stifled and untrusted. Or imagine that friend who always decides where you go, what you do, and with whom, without considering others' opinions. They make all the plans, dictating every outing and event, leaving no room for anyone else's preferences or desires. These attitudes show an obsession with control that can be suffocating. These people can also manipulate situations to maintain control, creating rigid rules or using emotional blackmail. A classic example is a partner who constantly monitors where you are and who you're talking to, not out of concern but out of a need to dominate your life. They may disguise their controlling behavior as care or concern, but their true intention is to keep you under their thumb. This need for control is not only irritating but can be dangerous. Such people often use their power to exploit and abuse others. They may dictate your choices, limit your freedom, and make you doubt your own decisions, leaving you feeling trapped and helpless. Recognizing these behaviors and setting clear boundaries is essential to protect your independence and emotional well-being. It can be incredibly challenging to stand up to someone who exerts such control over your life, but it is crucial for your own sanity and self-respect. If you notice someone trying to control every aspect of your life, it's important to take steps to distance yourself and regain your autonomy. Remember, your life is your own, and no one has the right to dominate or dictate it. Taking back control can be empowering and liberating, allowing you to live freely and authentically. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Number 3, strange feeling when you're around them. One of the clearest signs you're dealing with a bad person is feeling strange around them. This feeling isn't always easy to describe, but often manifests as a sense of unease that you just can't shake. You might feel tired, restless, or simply uncomfortable in their presence. It's like your body is sending you warning signals, alerting you to potential danger. This could be your natural instinct warning you that something is wrong, even if you can't immediately identify what it is. Imagine being at a family gathering where everyone is having fun, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. Yet there's one person who always makes you feel tense and uncomfortable whenever they're around. Their mere presence generates a feeling of discomfort, even if they aren't doing anything directly to you. It's like a dark cloud hanging over the room, casting a shadow on your mood. You might find yourself avoiding eye contact, keeping your distance, or feeling an inexplicable urge to leave the room when they enter. This could indicate that the person has negative energy or malicious intentions. Another example is a coworker who makes you feel anxious or exhausted every time they approach you. You might not be able to pinpoint exactly what's wrong, but your body and mind seem to recognize that something is off. It's that unsettling gut feeling you get, a subtle yet persistent alert that makes your heart race and your muscles tense. They might not even say anything directly to you, but their presence alone can drain your energy and leave you feeling on edge. These sensations shouldn't be ignored. Our instincts often pick up on signals that our conscious mind may not perceive. Consider the friend who, despite outwardly friendly behavior, always leaves you feeling drained and uneasy. You might notice that after spending time with them, you feel more stressed and less happy, even if you can't pinpoint a specific reason why. This could be because their true intentions are not as friendly as they seem, and your subconscious is picking up on subtle cues that something is amiss. If you constantly feel uncomfortable in someone's presence, this is a warning that the person may not have good intentions. Paying attention to these feelings and giving them importance can help you avoid harmful situations and maintain your inner peace. Your emotional and physical reactions are powerful indicators of potential danger, guiding you to protect yourself. Trusting these instincts is crucial, as they can be a first line of defense against those who mean you harm. Listen to your body, honor your feelings, and prioritize your well-being by distancing yourself from those who make you feel uneasy. It's important to recognize that these feelings of discomfort aren't just random. They are your mind and body's way of signaling that something isn't right. By acknowledging these feelings, you empower yourself to take proactive steps to protect your emotional and mental health. This might mean setting boundaries, limiting your interactions with the person, or even cutting them out of your life entirely if necessary. Your inner peace and well-being are worth the effort it takes to distance yourself from those who make you feel uncomfortable. Trust your instincts when it comes to the people around you. If someone consistently makes you feel strange, uneasy, or anxious, it's worth paying attention to those feelings. These sensations are your mind's way of alerting you to potential harm and guiding you to take action to protect yourself. By heeding these warnings and taking steps to distance yourself from harmful individuals, you can maintain your inner peace and safeguard your emotional well-being. Remember, your feelings are valid, and prioritizing your mental health is always the right choice. Number 4, lack of responsibility. Evil people have a notorious tendency to never take responsibility for their actions. They are masters at deflecting blame and playing the victim, never acknowledging their mistakes, and often manipulating others into apologizing for them. This lack of accountability is not only frustrating but can be deeply damaging to those around them. Imagine a coworker who makes a significant mistake on an important project. Instead of admitting their fault and working to rectify the situation, they quickly point the finger at you or someone else on the team, insisting that the blame lies with everyone but themselves. This kind of behavior not only creates a toxic work environment, but also leaves you feeling unfairly blamed and demoralized. The stress and tension this generates can make you dread going to work and feel constantly on edge, knowing that any mistake, even if not your own, could be unjustly pinned on you. Another example is a friend who constantly finds themselves in troublesome situations. Instead of accepting that their poor choices led to these predicaments, they always find someone else to blame. If they're late for an appointment, it's never their fault, it's the traffic or someone else who delayed them. If something goes wrong in their life, they refuse to look at their own actions and instead find a scapegoat, perpetually casting themselves as the victim. This perpetual blame shifting not only absolves them of any responsibility, but also makes you question your role and fault in their misfortunes, which can be incredibly draining. These individuals are also adept at making you feel guilty for their mistakes. They manipulate situations so skillfully that you end up apologizing for things that aren't even remotely your responsibility. For instance, they might twist a narrative to make it seem like your actions indirectly caused their failure, leading you to question yourself and feel compelled to make amends. This manipulation is emotionally exhausting and can severely erode your self-esteem over time. The constant need to defend yourself and clarify your innocence can leave you feeling mentally drained and emotionally battered. Recognizing these behaviors is crucial to maintaining your mental and emotional health. People who never take responsibility for their actions can drag you into a vicious cycle of guilt and manipulation. Their refusal to acknowledge their faults creates an environment where you are perpetually on the defensive, constantly trying to prove your innocence and maintain your sanity. This cycle not only wears you down, but can also lead to feelings of helplessness and frustration, as you are continually made to feel responsible for someone else's actions. Learning to identify and distance yourself from these people is essential to preserving your well-being. It means understanding that their inability to take responsibility is a reflection of their character, not yours. By setting boundaries and refusing to accept blame for their mistakes, you protect your emotional health and ensure that you are not dragged down by their toxic behavior. This might involve difficult conversations, reducing contact, or even cutting ties if necessary, but these steps are vital for your mental and emotional well-being. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Number 5. Habit of lying. Evil people often possess a terrible habit of lying, which they do with alarming frequency. Their lies serve various purposes, from personal gain to mere amusement, or to manipulate others. Such individuals do not value your trust or friendship. Their priority lies solely in their own interests, regardless of the consequences for those around them. Imagine a coworker who consistently fabricates stories about their achievements at work. They exaggerate their contributions and accomplishments, painting themselves in an unearned, flattering light to stand out. This behavior isn't just a harmless embellishment, it's a deliberate attempt to deceive others for personal gain, showing a blatant disregard for honesty and integrity. The continuous exposure to such lies can create a toxic work environment, making you question the authenticity of everyone's actions and words, which can be mentally exhausting and demoralizing. Or consider a friend who tells you they couldn't attend your important event because they were ill. Later, you find out they were actually out having fun elsewhere. This lie might seem trivial, but it reveals a profound lack of respect and consideration for your feelings. It indicates that they prioritize their own desires over the commitment they made to you, demonstrating that your relationship is not as important to them as they might have led you to believe. This realization can be hurtful, leading to feelings of betrayal and disappointment. Liars frequently use their falsehoods to manipulate situations and people to their advantage. For example, a partner might lie about their feelings or intentions to keep you under control or gain an upper hand in an argument. Such manipulation creates a power imbalance in the relationship, where you are constantly second-guessing their true intentions and struggling to find stability. This can be emotionally draining and damaging to your self-esteem and mental health. They can also invent gossip or spread misinformation to cause conflicts among friends or colleagues. This type of behavior is particularly insidious, as it sows discord and mistrust within a group, often for no reason other than their own amusement or benefit. The ripple effects of these lies can destroy friendships, erode team cohesion, and create a hostile environment where people are pitted against each other based on fabricated stories. Initially, these lies might seem small and inconsequential. A little white lie here, a minor exaggeration there, but over time they accumulate and erode the foundation of trust that is essential for any healthy relationship. The more someone lies, the more you begin to question everything they say and do, leading to a state of perpetual doubt and insecurity. This erosion of trust can make it incredibly challenging to maintain any semblance of a stable and healthy relationship. If someone lies repeatedly, even about trivial matters, it's a clear indication that they do not respect you or the value of honesty. They are willing to sacrifice your trust for their own gain, showing that they place their interests far above any consideration for your feelings or the integrity of your relationship. This realization can be painful, but it's crucial to acknowledge and address it. Recognizing and confronting these lies is essential for maintaining healthy relationships. It involves calling out the dishonesty when you notice it and setting clear boundaries to protect yourself from further deceit. This can be a difficult and uncomfortable process, but it is necessary for your emotional and mental well-being. If you come to realize that someone in your life has a constant habit of lying, it's important to evaluate the impact of that person on your life. Consider whether it is possible to maintain a trustworthy relationship with them, given their propensity for deceit. Honesty is the foundation of any solid relationship, and without it, no relationship can truly thrive. People who lie constantly cannot offer the stability and trustworthiness that healthy relationships require. Number 6. Absence of remorse. Evil people exhibit a disturbing trait: they lack remorse for their actions, showing a callous disregard for the impact they have on others. When confronted with their harmful behavior, they manipulate the situation, attempting to distort reality and evade responsibility. Imagine a scenario where a colleague shamelessly takes credit for your hard work. Confronted about this deceit, instead of showing regret, they dismiss your concerns with excuses, claiming they were merely supporting you or that you couldn't have achieved success alone. This behavior not only reveals their selfishness but also highlights their lack of empathy and genuine remorse. They prioritize their own advancement at the expense of others, displaying a manipulative and morally bankrupt character. Another example can be seen in a friend who consistently makes hurtful or cruel remarks. When you express how these comments affect you, they trivialize your feelings, suggesting you're overly sensitive or exaggerating the impact. This dismissive response not only demonstrates their lack of empathy, but also seeks to undermine your perception of reality. By gaslighting you, making you doubt your emotions and experiences, they deflect accountability and avoid facing the consequences of their hurtful actions. These individuals excel at flipping the narrative in their favor. If you dare to confront them about their mistakes or harmful behavior, they swiftly play the victim, portraying themselves as misunderstood or unfairly criticized. This emotional manipulation aims to guilt-trip you into retracting your concerns, further shielding themselves from accountability and perpetuating their harmful conduct. Recognizing the absence of remorse in someone is pivotal for safeguarding your emotional well-being. People who lack guilt or shame for hurting others are prone to repeating their destructive behaviors, knowing they can exploit others without repercussions. It's crucial to identify this trait early and establish firm boundaries to protect yourself from further emotional harm. Setting boundaries involves distancing yourself from individuals who consistently display a lack of remorse. By limiting your interactions with them, you safeguard your mental health and preserve your self-worth. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and accountability, qualities that are absent in those who refuse to acknowledge their wrongdoing. If you find yourself in a relationship where someone repeatedly shows a disregard for the consequences of their actions, it may be necessary to reassess the dynamics of that relationship. Protecting your emotional health requires courage and self-awareness to prioritize relationships that nurture your well-being and integrity. In conclusion, identifying and addressing the absence of remorse in others is crucial for maintaining healthy relationships and personal growth. It empowers you to cultivate connections based on trust and mutual respect, shielding yourself from the manipulative tactics of individuals who prioritize their own interests over your emotional welfare. Remember, you deserve relationships where accountability and empathy form the foundation, fostering a supportive environment where your emotions are valued and respected. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Number 7. Cruelty. Some individuals exhibit a chilling propensity for cruelty, displaying a profound lack of empathy and deriving pleasure from inflicting pain upon others. These characteristics are defining traits of what can be termed as evil people. Consider a scenario in the workplace where a colleague openly makes malicious or demeaning remarks in front of others. Instead of offering constructive feedback, they maliciously highlight your flaws or belittle your ideas during meetings, intending not to improve but to degrade. Such behavior not only undermines team morale but also fosters a toxic and oppressive atmosphere within the workplace. Similarly, imagine a friend who knowingly targets your vulnerabilities or personal struggles with hurtful jokes. They may mock something you confided in them privately, finding amusement in your discomfort or distress. This callous disregard for your emotional well-being and pleasure derived from your pain are glaring indicators of a cruel individual. These individuals are not confined to verbal assaults alone, they can also escalate to physical aggression. For instance, a partner who habitually insults you or resorts to physical violence is exhibiting overt cruelty. Their actions are driven by a desire to dominate and control, completely disregarding your dignity and safety in the process. Recognizing cruelty in someone is pivotal to safeguarding your emotional and physical integrity. People who openly exhibit cruelty demonstrate a blatant disregard for others' emotions and can inflict profound and lasting harm. Establishing clear boundaries and distancing yourself from such individuals are critical steps to ensure your well-being and peace of mind. If you find yourself subjected to cruelty, whether in personal relationships or professional settings, it's imperative to seek support and take proactive measures to protect yourself. Don't hesitate to reach out for assistance and create a safe environment where your emotional and physical safety are prioritized. In conclusion, identifying and addressing cruelty in others is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and personal security. By recognizing the signs and taking decisive action to distance yourself from individuals who demonstrate cruelty, you affirm your right to be treated with dignity and respect. Remember, your well-being should never be compromised in the face of someone else's malicious intentions. Number 8. Friends and family warnings about the bad person's character. One of the most crucial indicators that you might be dealing with a bad person is when those closest to you start raising red flags about their character. These warnings should never be taken lightly, as they often stem from first-hand experiences of toxicity and harm. Imagine embarking on a new relationship, filled with excitement and hope, only to have your closest friends and family express deep concern. They share stories of this person's history of manipulation and disrespect in previous relationships. While it's natural to feel defensive or dismissive in such situations, it's vital to pause and listen attentively to these concerns. Similarly, when starting a new job, your colleagues may swiftly caution you about a particular supervisor. They recount instances where this supervisor has unfairly targeted subordinates out of frustration, creating an environment rife with tension and demotivation. Such warnings are not mere hearsay, but reflections of real experiences that could potentially save you from future hardships. These warnings from loved ones are invaluable because they offer an external, impartial perspective. Your friends and family genuinely care about your well-being and have no ulterior motives in sharing their apprehensions. If multiple people are voicing similar concerns about someone's character, it serves as a compelling signal to proceed cautiously. It's understandable to be swayed by the positive aspects of a person's current behavior, especially when they are treating you well in the moment. However, ignoring persistent warnings about past behavior patterns such as manipulation, cruelty, or evading responsibility can leave you vulnerable to similar mistreatment. Taking these warnings seriously involves observing the person's actions and interactions carefully. If you start noticing behaviors that align with the concerns raised, it may be wise to consider distancing yourself before becoming deeply entangled. Your loved ones often see red flags that you might overlook in the excitement or complexity of the relationship. Ultimately, trusting the insights of those who know you best can be instrumental in protecting yourself from potential harm. By heeding their warnings and remaining vigilant to any troubling behaviors, You empower yourself to make informed decisions about who deserves a place in your life. Your emotional and mental well-being should always take precedence over any fleeting moments of positivity that someone might exhibit. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 4 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Number 9. Contempt. One of the worst forms of emotional manipulation by a bad person is contempt. These people make you feel inferior, criticizing your appearance, interests, dreams, and anything else they can. Do not let these people change your perception of yourself. Imagine a partner who constantly criticizes your appearance, pointing out your physical flaws as if they were unforgivable faults. They might say things like, "You could be more attractive if," or "Why don't you dress better?" These comments are not constructive, they are cruel and designed to undermine your self-confidence. Another example is a friend who mocks your interests and passions, belittling your achievements and dreams as if they were not worthy of respect. They may laugh at your ambitions or interests, making you feel foolish for pursuing your goals. This type of contempt not only hurts but also makes you doubt yourself and your abilities. These people use contempt as a tool of emotional control, weakening your self-esteem so that you depend on them for validation and acceptance. They want to shape your self-perception according to their own interests and desires, without respecting who you really are. Do not let these people manipulate your self-image. You are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect and consideration. If someone is constantly belittling you, it's a clear sign that the person is not interested in your emotional well-being. Protect yourself by keeping your distance from those who constantly try to diminish you and seek relationships that promote your growth and happiness. Number 10. Animal abuse. The treatment of animals can serve as a stark indicator of someone's character. Those who engage in cruelty or neglect towards animals often reveal underlying issues that extend beyond their interactions with pets or wildlife. It's a sign that they may lack empathy and emotional control, traits that can manifest in harmful ways in other aspects of their lives. Imagine witnessing a neighbor who regularly mistreats their dog, resorting to yelling and hitting as a form of discipline. Such actions not only inflict immediate suffering on the animal, but also showcase a troubling disregard for its well-being. This behavior hints at a deeper lack of empathy and an inability to manage emotions constructively. Another distressing scenario involves individuals who keep animals in appalling conditions, deprived of proper food, hygiene, or medical care. This chronic neglect underscores a callous indifference to the basic needs and welfare of living creatures under their care, reflecting a disregard for life itself. Research consistently underscores the connection between animal cruelty and potential for violence towards humans. Such behaviors are often symptomatic of broader issues, including aggression and a lack of respect for boundaries, whether they pertain to animals or people. Recognizing these signs is crucial, even when clouded by personal connections such as friendship or familial ties. It's essential to prioritize the safety and well-being of animals and ourselves. If suspicions arise about someone's mistreatment of animals, it's prudent to take steps to distance oneself from such individuals and, if feasible, report concerns to appropriate authorities. This not only protects animals from further harm but may also prevent escalation to violence against humans. If you can think of other indicators of a person's character that haven't been discussed here, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've reached this point, let's affirm that good always triumphs over evil. Your engagement matters, so please like, subscribe for more insights, and continue seeking wisdom in all aspects of life. Thank you for watching. Today we've explored 10 clear signs that may indicate you're dealing with a person of questionable character. From pleasure in others' pain to cruelty and lack of remorse, each sign serves as a valuable indicator to help protect yourself and those around you. Now I'd like to hear from you. What have you learned from this discussion? Is there one insight that resonated with you the most? Please share in the comments below. Additionally, consider which of these signs you'll be more mindful of in your own life. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share it with others who may benefit. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content on personal growth and well-being. Your engagement helps us create more content that matters. Thank you again for watching, and remember, always strive to cultivate positive relationships and protect your emotional health.